Chinese military rebuked the United States for its assertion that Arunachal Pradesh belongs to India. Remember, the USA had very clearly said that they also see Arunachal Pradesh as an integral part of India and any sort of interference will not be accepted. Senior Colonel Wu Qian, who's the spokesperson for China's defense ministry, has criticized the United States and stated that Zhangnan, as they call it, has been Chinese territory since ancient times. Where does Arunachal Pradesh come from? He's adding that due to election, Modi wants to maintain tensions between the two countries. If a border war does break out, India will suffer a big loss, and that's exactly what America wants. So MEA, remember, because India has been mentioned here, has again responded strongly against China's statement, saying Arunachal Pradesh is integral, inalienable party and part of India.
Zhangnan has been China's territory since ancient times. This is an undeniable fact. Where does the so-called Arunachal Pradesh come from? The United States has a terrible record of stoking disputes between other countries for selfish gains. The international community sees it clearly. There are mature mechanisms and communication channels between China and India on border issues. The two sides have ability and willingness to properly handle the boundary question through dialogue and consultations.
Our position on the matter has been made very clear on Arunachal Pradesh time and again. We have recently also issued statements in this regard. I think a couple of statements. China may repeat its baseless claims as many times as they want. That is not going to change our position. Arunachal Pradesh was, is and will remain and always remain an integral and inalienable part of India.
Joining me on the phone line this morning is India Today's managing editor Gaurav Sawant. Gaurav, so it's very interesting, one, that India has found support in United States of America. But clearly, can we say that China's statements continue to be on the aggressive stand? It's provocation that they know how to do best. How does one view this specific issue at hand right now?
China's statement, Pooja, stems more out of China being rattled by a series of measures that India has taken in the recent past. Not only was the inauguration of the all-weather Stellar tunnel at 13,000 feet a major game changer, connecting the eastern part of our country to the rest of the country, providing all-weather 365-day connectivity to Tawang and the border areas in the northeast. But if you combine this inauguration of the Stellar tunnel to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's traveling to Arunachal Pradesh, something that always rattles China, to the Divyastra Agni 5 MIRV test, to the redeployment of forces that have taken place not just along the Ladakh borders, but also the movement and realignment of some troops in the middle sector. So you have the northeast that is being strengthened, you have troops who are being realigned in the middle sector, which is Barahoti sector, you have troops deployed in numbers in Ladakh, plus Indian Navy's massive exercises that are taking place in the Indian Ocean region, including INS Jatayu, a military base coming up at Lakshadweep. What does this show? This shows that India is taking very strong measures all along from the Himalayas down to the Indian Ocean region, and this rattles China, plus the American statement, and all of this prompted China to give that comment on what it claims is southern Tibet. But Pooja, do keep in mind, China is in illegal occupation of Tibet since 1950. Tibet is not a part of China. So all of this has rattled China. Then that is why these statements and India's strong response, Pooja.
But also it's happening, Gaurav, isn't it? And that's where we end it here with the assertive India also that's putting its views specifically on border issues and not on the defensive anymore in the global campaigns as well. Thank you so much for now. Gaurav Sawant joining us with the latest on how India had said Arunachal Pradesh is an integral part. USA had supported. Rattled is, of course, China.